Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your third and final video blog of the night for Tuesday, February 9th, 2016, around 7:44 in the evening, Berwick, Massachusetts. It's now dark out, going to be cloudy tonight, tomorrow, going to be mostly cloudy with maybe some snow flurries and snow showers and snow squalls, coating to 2 inches possible in some areas. Not all areas will see dustings of snow, so a 40% chance of snow tomorrow. And then it's going to continue to get cold, and this weekend on Valentine's Day, only going to be 10 degrees, morning lows below zero. It's cold. Some news to report. UMass Lower Riverhawks basketball team beat Vermont by the score of 100-91 last night. Marv Albert of TNT of Turner Sports has signed a long-term extension. He will still be calling NBA games and NCAA tournament games well into his late 70s and early 80s. Marv's going to be turning 75 this year, and he's still at his top of his game, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's continuing to do NBA games until his 80s. And the LA Clippers have suspended their star player Blake Griffin when he comes back from his injuries for 4 games without pay because he got into a fight with the equipment manager. That's a no-no, so he's going to serve a punishment. But 4 games to him losing pay isn't that big of a deal because he makes millions of dollars anyway, probably in endorsements as well. And that's about it on news. My third and final video blog subject of the night is my personality profile. Tonight's personality profile is one of the most beloved weather meteorologists in Boston television history, Dick Albert. Dick Albert was the chief meteorologist of wcvb, Channel 5 in Boston, for 31 years. He was one of the best weather forecasters of all time. He was part of an award-winning News Center 5 weekday night lineup for the news team back in the 80s with Chet Curtis, Natalie Jacobson, and Mike Lynch. Dick was born and he grew up in Newton, Massachusetts. Dick was fascinated about the weather at an early age, and he really wanted to be one thing. He wanted to become a meteorologist. He spent some time in the U.S. Air Force working on meteorology, and then he studied meteorology in the University of Michigan. Then Dick went into television, first working for a television station in Denver, Colorado, then moving to the San Francisco Bay Area for working on KRON for a few years as a meteorologist. Then in 1978, Dick moves back to the Boston area, and he becomes the chief meteorologist for WCVB, Channel 5 in Boston, and for the next 31 years, Dick was the chief meteorologist of Channel 5 News, and he was on the air from the 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. newscast, and he was even doing like the 5 p.m. newscast when WCVB introduced it in 1994. Dick was part of a great weather team on WCVB for years. Some of the colleagues Dick had was Bob Copeland and Mark Rosenthal and David Brown and J.C. Monahan and Harvey Leonard, who was good friends to Dick. And Harvey was a chief meteorologist of a rival television station, WHDH, for years, but when it came 2002, Dick and Harvey became co-chief meteorologists. Dick did 5 and 6 p.m. and Harvey did 5:30 and 11 p.m. And they still have a friendship today, and a few others. And Dick always would have the Dick Albert's weather almanac for when they had the hour-long news for WCVB back in the 80s and 90s. He would have maybe once or twice a week about interesting weather facts in New England and interesting weather phenomenons. That was really, really good. I missed those weather almanacs he would have because of because of the newscast being shortened, and he don't have too much time to do the weather. And Dick was real knowledgeable with the weather, and he would always say, "That's my latest forecast." And he was very accurate a lot on winter storms and hurricanes, which were pretty good. And when there was a big storm coming, he would always be on the air, and he would, moderating the progress of a hurricane or a snowstorm or a rainstorm. He was pretty good doing that. It was probably one of the top 10 meteorologists in Boston television history, and he also appeared a lot on that Commonwealth 5 campaign about charity, and he did a lot of charity work for WCVB Channel 5. In February of 2009, Dick Albert announced his retirement. He faded off into the sunset in the end of February 2009 as the co-meteorologist of Channel 5, and he's been retired ever since. He actually contributed to a book called Extreme New England Weather in 2010, written by WMUR weekend meteorologist Josh Judd, and he talked about the perfect storm of 1991, which was a extratropical rainstorm that hit especially the Cape and the Islands during Halloween of 1991, and he recalled forecasting that storm. That perfect storm was actually made into a movie, The Storm of the Century, in 2000. And Dick a couple of times has had some commercials on television, WCVB, about him traveling a lot, because Dick loves to travel. A couple of times the past few years, Dick and his wife, Marianne, sponsor trips to France and England and Germany, among other places, and they want people to join them and have fun. And I bet a lot of people have made reservations to go with Dick Albert sightseeing and stuff. He probably gets an advertisement for that paid for traveling and stuff. And in 2014 he made a cameo appearance on Channel 5 News when it was announced the death of Chet Curtis, and he talked about memories of Chet Curtis on Chronicle and WCVB News. And that's about it on Dick Albert, and that's about it on these video blogs: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. Tomorrow you're going to get 3 more video blogs. First video blog will be about the continuation of the top 100 professional wrestling matches of all time. It will be from 60 to 51. Second video blog of the day will be about a former celebrity television show called Celebrity Justice, which was kind of a forerunner to TMZ. And the third and final video blog of the night will be about former Channel 50 in New Hampshire meteorologist Al Capoleon. Good evening, everybody, and don't forget Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. Send questions, comments, concerns, feedback, and shout-outs and plugs, and video suggestions for future video blogs. Facebook friend private messaged me and said, "Will I have more videos about takes on anything and everything?" Stay tuned, because it could happen in the next few weeks. Stay tuned. Keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Button guy. Molly Rosenblatt of WCCO rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hart is so stunning. She's got nice legs as well. Amy Swenzy rocks. And in the words of Sean Lynch, get out. See you later.